Hi, wonderful you. Thank you for being with me, Catherine Bielmeyer. And of course, I have today the next invitation for you for today's practice periods and to have a different, choose a different perception. So, what about shifting your perception of the world? Of how you're used to look at the world, at the people, at your friends, at your parents, at your work, whatever. Let's see how that is done. Not from your ego mind, but just with your choice from your heart. Let's go. It is important to pay attention to this lesson without wanting to see the world differently now. Not a wanting from here. Okay? So you drop and breathe into your heart and then check that out. This lesson builds on the previous ones and its focus is on becoming aware of our power to choose. Which creates the possibility of help, healing. Later lessons will show us how to make the choice. Today's lesson simply asks us to become familiar with our inherent power. There's another way of looking at the world. That for sure. I'm since it's my third year of doing this exercise now. I started just in January. And with all the previous exercises before again, and I can just tell you it's truly bringing so much more ease to my life and more happiness. It's like the happiness which is always here in my heart can live more and have more space to just be. And also the innocent child in me also. So what about you? The peace is coming with it, with that, the less reacting, nearly no reacting sometimes. So yes, and not driven by your fearful space in your ego mind, and not driven by survival modus, which is so heavy for me. Maybe for you too. Check it out. Now let's see the idea of today. It's the lesson 33, and there's another way of looking at the world. So shift your perception, allow it, and choose it. Today's idea is an attempt to recognize that you can shift your perception of the world in both its outer and inner aspects. A full 5 minutes should be devoted to morning and evening applications. In this practice period, the idea should be repeated as often as you find comfortable. 12 unhurried applications are essentials. Merrily glance casually around the world you perceive as outside yourself. Then close your eyes and survey your inner thoughts with equal casualness. Try to remain equally uninvolved in both and to maintain this detachment as you repeat the idea throughout the day. I'm just going to repeat it for you. There is another way of looking at the world. The shorter exercise period should be as frequent as possible. Specific application of today's idea should also be made immediately when any situation arises which tempts you to become disturbed. For this application, say, there is another way of looking at this. Just very shortly. And if you say that and are in your heart and sense what you're saying, you will immediately see yourself in a different space. There's another way of looking at this. Remember to apply today's idea the instant you are aware of distress. It may be necessary to take a minute or so to sit quietly and repeat the idea to yourself several times. Closing your eyes will probably help in this form of application. So I can just invite you to shift and to play with that and to get a different sense of being and to choose, to truly choose every second where you are tempted to go in your old way of distressing, of distracting, of choosing fear, even unconscious, and playing around with behaving patterns which doesn't serve you, or attack thoughts, making one guilty, feeling guilty, or all that fighting, conflict stuff. You can just choose to get out of that whenever you are aware of that again, and choose to do this exercise and sense it via you, the outcome of it. Thank you very much. That was Catherine Bielmeyer, the author of the amazing book The Soul on Fire. If you don't have it, grab it, because this is really where you are and where you want to go with. 12 chapters of each life situations, if that's your business, if it's wanting to have a better sexual outcome or sexuality, communication, about leadership, about how to ask even a question. So just grab it and go with that. It's actually the first step to the exercises. Bye for now. Ciao. And of course you can just connect with me and get it. I will send it to you. Love and hug.